First, Mexico City almost lost 1 billion US dollars. This pandemic was deadly and caused nearly 2,000 victims worldwide and around 18,000 confirmed deaths. People affected were from Europe, Western Pacific, Eastern Mediterranean, Southeast Asia, and Africa, and it became a common sight to see tourists covering their faces with a mask at airports. There were vaccines like Tamiflu, which was immediately made available for the disease. Mexico, which it originally originated, lost 60% of occupancy room rate. But William McFadden, a Canadian expat, has been living there for 8 years. He says, I have seen during this time how some of the media in the US and Canada will pick up on anything negative that happens in Mexico. They then glamorize into the news release that makes people reading the reports, thinking that Mexico is an undesirable place to visit or live. I have lived in what would be considered a relatively safe place in Canada, that being Edmonton, Alberta for 31 years. Prior to moving to the Port Vallarta, I can tell you that Edmonton is by far a more dangerous place to live than Port Vallarta. It seems that media has fascination for sensationalizing anything that occurs in Mexico, and this affects the fact that American and Canadians are uncomfortable about visiting and retiring in Mexico. Port Vallarta is a virtual paradise. While contagious disease always remain a concern for tourists traveling abroad, there were other diseases like avian flu, which has caused huge damage to the tourism industry. In many countries like Indonesia, Japan, China, Vietnam, India, and Hong Kong, media publication is not always correct and may hamper the destination image by blowing things out of proportion. And if not blowing out of proportion, it does not show both sides of the story. It usually chooses the negative. That's all from my side. Over to you, Kerry.
Thank you so much, Sean. Now, in Mexico, was that $57,000?
Pardon me. Sorry, it's $37 million.
And was it all in all of Mexico or just?
No, it's just in Mexico City.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
That's quite a lot of money for one city to lose in a day.
Oh yeah.
Now, from what we've heard so far, how the media covers issues in a destination can greatly impact tourism. However, destinations do also have some control on their worldwide image. Destination branding is one way that areas can create a positive image of the destination in the minds of a potential visitor. Sissy will tell us more about this. Over to you, Sissy.
And also, in the recent years, there is a significant phenomenon that we should not ignore: the huge increase of using social media for destination branding. Social media is the one that's supplied by social interaction and through the entire online environment, such as YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. It is an ideal approach for travelers using the online resource to learn about the destination. A good example of showing how media facilitate a successful destination branding could be the 100% Pure New Zealand campaign, which was launched in 1999 and lasted 14 years. The high-profile media coverage has secured its destination information reaching the target market and motivates tourists to travel to New Zealand. For example, there are 400 international media hosted by Tourism New Zealand's international media program, among which broadcaster media are the main target, followed by high-profile magazines, websites, and newspapers. And also, Tourism New Zealand has made progress on its media landscape change. It paid more attention on the new media modes, such as the internet, blog sites, social networking sites, and mobile phones. It is also the first to do a deal with Google Earth and buy space on YouTube. After those works, the number of international visitors to New Zealand has gained a dramatic increase from 1.6 million in 1999 to 2.4 million in 2008, a 50% increase, showing the effects that media can make on the destination branding. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Sissy. That's fascinating. The explosion of internet use over the last 5 years and the rapid evolution of social media networks such as Facebook, ProfessionDex, Twitter, YouTube, and TripAdvisor have dramatically changed the methods of attracting and retaining business for destination marketing organizations. Travelers are now able to share information and engage in discussion forums regarding hotels, tour operators, destinations, and travel experiences, as well as view images and video of a destination experience and review feedback from other travelers, instantly, globally, and at virtually no cost. Effectively, an online community has been created where word of mouth, or word of mouse, is highly powerful and more often than not regarded as more credible than traditional destination advertising. Reviews can have rapid and lasting impacts on brand images, and therefore it is crucial that destination marketing organizations and other travel businesses stay on top of their destination image via the online community. Today, social media has become so widespread and necessary that large-scale destination marketing organizations provide education and tourism to businesses on how to leverage social media options. For example, Tourism Queensland's Tourism eKit includes a complete 15-minute tutorial that explains what social media networks are and how small and medium-sized tourism operations can use them to grow their businesses online. Topics covered include leveraging Google Maps as a search engine for locations, managing an online reputation and reviews via TripAdvisor, the difference between Facebook groups and Facebook pages and how to create an effective Facebook action plan to communicate with target audiences, Flickr and Picasa web albums to create and increase exposure and capture new markets by leveraging photos of a property or tour, podcasting and blogging to increase brand awareness, Twitter to share facts and experiences, and measuring the success of a social media strategy, including defining objectives, achievements, and return on investment from time and resources. The world is rapidly changing, and social media is rapidly replacing traditional forms of direct marketing. Via Facebook alone, destination marketing organizations can reach over 300 million active users and 3.5 million Australians. Pictures, text, videos, and links can all be posted on a social media site to create a vivid image of a destination and influence travelers' desires to visit. Online newsletters can also be leveraged to stay in touch with, and more importantly, stay top of mind with potential visitors and other tourism businesses. Tourism businesses and destination marketing organizations must therefore actively plan and manage their social media profiles to manage their brand destination image and stay current in the business marketplace. As we have seen in this discussion panel, the media's influence on tourism is enormous and can have both positive and negative impacts on tourism revenue, worldwide destination image, and visitors' desires to travel to one destination over another. Destination marketing organizations must therefore work closely with other forms of media to ensure that their image is appropriately reflected in the worldwide marketplace to attract wide-scale tourism revenue. At times, unforeseen circumstances such as health watches, disease, violence, and terrorism can break out and tarnish tourists' desires to travel to a particular country or region. The way in which the destination reacts to these unforeseen circumstances and reinvents its brand image via destination branding, hosting mega sporting events, and the use of social media can have massive impacts. So that concludes our discussion of media influences on tourism. I just want to thank our expert panel for their wonderful discussion on these issues. So,
Can you keep a secret?